All right, Future Legends Podcast, episode 55. Me here, back again. Sid is here. Josh, first time guest. You can introduce yourself real quick.
Hey, it's Morgan. If you know me from Church Street. If not,
Don't
it's
whisper.
Morgan.
Make sure you say it loud. Say it again.
That was whispered?
Yeah.
I'll put it close. Ooh. Hey, it's Morgan. If you know me from Church Street. If not, then it's still Morgan. Just Morgan.
And she fight too. So, on the podcast, we only got people here who, actual fighters who are training to fight. Josh, I'm putting that pressure on you. You got to fight if you
I
want
was
to keep.
confused when you said that.
Hey.
Nah.
Only fighters.
If you want to keep coming on the podcast, August, we're going to talk
You
about
gotta
that
fight.
off camera though.
See how they got me? You see that? That's
That
crazy.
pressure, baby. Come on now.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
God.
All right, so crazy fight last night. It went the way I thought it was gonna go, but like before we break down everything, I just want to ask y'all. I asked you first, Sid. You think it was too early for Frank Martin?
Hell yeah. I said that on the last night. He was too green. Don't get me wrong. They put up a better fight than I thought. I'll be honest. But it was too early for him, man. Tank, you could tell the experience definitely played, and the lack of experience played on on Frank's part. But it was too early. You know what I mean? To jump from the guy he fought. What was it? I can't remember the guy he fought last.
He fought some guy named Artem. Can't pronounce the last name, but his name's Artem. Only had
Yeah.
12 fights.
There you
Olympian.
go, right? And then to jump to the big dog
After a year off.
After it was too much. It was too early. Like he had potential. I won't say had. He has potential, but to fight Tank, it was too early for him. So
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I think it was too early. Also, Morgan, I'm gonna ask you first. How do you feel about his performance, Frank Martin?
I mean, I feel like he did well. Like, although you guys are saying it was too early, I still feel like I agree with that. But even still, people who are seasoned against Tank, it's like that pressure is hard to deal with. He was doing everything right. Like, he literally handled rounds 1 through 4 as anyone would have expected him to do, applying pressure, using the jab, amazing footwork. Tank just handled the pressure, kept coming forward. I was actually kind of like nervous with Tank. Like, you know,
Oh, for real, he's nervous?
not nervous, but like I could tell the rush. You know what I mean? Like he was falling into a lot of his punches when he was getting him in the corner. Like that's usually where he excels. And he was kind of like falling in and looking a little sloppy, especially round in 2 and 3. Like he threw a hook that like
Yeah, he was
Rolly
trying to
coulda
take
seen.
his head off.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like it was just like they didn't look like Tank, so you could kind of see the rust in him a little bit. But I really do feel like Frank handled it well. I don't feel like it was an inexperience. I feel like he did what most people would do, which is he strayed from the game plan because it wasn't working. And his corner told him around 5, don't get comfortable. And he went and sat on the ropes.
Yep.
Like, so I feel like anyone experienced or not, it's like when you're dealing with pressure like that, unless you mentally a dog on your own and can adapt, it's hard. Like Tank just brings that out of people.
so wait, that part where you say you sat on the rope, I think a lot of people goes right back to what we said about the Usyk fight, right? That body shot, those body shots work, and I think people miss that part when you hit him with an uppercut to the body, and that slowed the activity down completely.
Exactly. That's
So
what
it's
I'm
not,
saying.
but I'm saying you get hit with a body. If you get hit with a body shot that good, you can't. It's not to say you want to sit on the rope, but bro, your legs kind of.
No, I'm agreeing with you. That's what I'm saying. I disagreed with you saying the inexperience and it being too early. He may have inexperience and it may have been too early, but I don't feel like that showed last night. His downfall came from the pressure Tank was putting on him and those body shots.
We're gonna break that experience level down because I feel like that's
I don't
something
feel like the
that
experience really showed as a disadvantage for him last night.
I feel like
that
when
knockout.
we really get into it, you're gonna see where we coming from. So really
Coach
explain
me.
that. I got you. Josh, you was actually here the first time we spoke about Tank and Frank Martin, and the main thing you said was, fighting a black fighter, fighting athleticism, 2 high athletes in the ring together. How do you feel about Frank Martin's his athleticism in the ring?
Like when I saw it, he was doing things that I don't think like any of Tank's opponents was doing, like pivoting out and getting away from his pressure. I mean, he was active throughout the rounds in the beginning, but it just didn't do much to Tank. Like it's just like Tank would just kept coming forward. It was just like he was a wall. It was just, but I want to say like 2 of the funniest things in the fight was like when Frank was in the corner and then Derek was like, he's like, those punches ain't hitting you, right? He's like, well, he hit me to the body. He got me good. He got me good. And then you start to see it slow down. And then the second funniest thing, he was like, oh, I was like playing into his game plan, so I tried to switch it up on him, and I tried to like see something that's coming, and like, oh, I want to show something I got. It's like show his skill level and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, if you don't cut it out, like, what are you trying to show right now, bro?
I think that's where the lack of experience there, because all that bouncing around, like the first 2 rounds, his movement was really good. But I feel like there was points where he was moving too much. Like there was one point he got from the red corner to the blue corner in like 3 steps. Like boy hopped across the ring. Like I feel like the movement was good. He was doing the right thing, but he just needed to bring it down. Especially if you don't take body shots well, and Tank is going to be delivering body shots. It's like conserve and keep moving, but you ain't got to be hopscotching across the ring. So
yeah, so like for the whole episode, we probably only gonna be talking about this fight because there's a lot of layers to explain.
yeah, it is.
The first thing I want to talk about, which we both have, me and Sid, we have experience in this. When you're in the ring against somebody higher level than you, whether it's a fight or sparring, sometimes you do something that's not on purpose, but it's what we call being a front runner.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people don't know what a front runner is. Where Sid, you can actually break it down from your perspective, and I say my perspective right after.
So pretty much the people that don't understand the term front runner, I don't know if they don't use it as much in boxing anymore.
It's rare now.
Yeah, it's not like there's a lot of front runners in boxing now. You know what I'm saying? But a front runner is pretty much someone that can't, like, they're gonna pretty much gas out within the first 5 rounds. They're gonna do good. After that, or maybe 6 rounds, they'll do good. After that, it goes downhill. They can't keep up the pace. The punch is a little slow. The power, for some guys, the power doesn't keep up. But that's pretty much a front runner. Someone that's good for the first half of the fight, and after that, it goes completely south. So when you're a front runner, most guys I'll give you a perfect example, right? When Floyd fought Judah, they knew he was a front runner. That was the game plan. If you not just rewatch a fight, but rewatch the build up to the fight, the game plan was, stay in the fight for the first 5 rounds. After that, you pick it up, and it went, as you can see, the fight went with how they game planned it to be, right? Where Zab was going to gas, and Zab always gasses out. And there's a lot of guys now that gas out after 5 rounds. Caleb Plant's another one of them, right?
Yep.
He's good for the first five rounds. After that, you start to slowly see him go down. Again,
that's how I make money off him. Sorry, Caleb.
And then Frank, obviously he's one of them, right? Where like we said too, I think we said in the last podcast, where the first four rounds are gonna be competitive. After that, I don't see you're gonna start seeing him go down. I mean, obviously it was a better fight than I thought it was gonna be, but he's a front runner. After 5 rounds, Tank, that pressure Tank has is gonna keep. Tank's gonna keep that pressure, gonna keep cutting off the ring, stay on him, and after that, after 5 rounds, he's gonna diminish. As you can see, round 8, you got him out of there.
Yeah, especially like round 7, it started to get real bad.
I don't think he threw a punch in round 7.
Yeah.
So round 7 was a cover up and move.
I think he threw a clean one too.
Yeah, he exchanged with Tank.
He
exchanged, but he wasn't. Yeah.
But again, that comes from experience, right? When you used to a guy with that, that's the people think. People, I don't know if you guys understand what experience means, right? When you fight guys with a certain type of power level, that's what, like, Frank has power. Don't get me, he has pop. But Tank obviously fought guys like that since he was 8 years old. He's been fighting guys with pop. So that's why, like, Frank was throwing a whole bunch of combinations that you could see. Like, I know he was wondering, like, yo, damn, like, every time he banked the corner, every time he turned and switched the angle, Tank was on him comfortably too. He wasn't not once that Tank looked uncomfortable. It's stressful.
See, that's the shit that people don't really understand about, like, being on the inside. Is little shit like that. You could do something so smooth, spin off, turn that person right there.
Right there.
Because you do it to somebody else and they all the way on the other side of the ring.
They try to catch a break, they're like, damn, that was good. Right? And I saw something that everybody tried to do the clickbait thing with it. There was like somebody posted a combination Frank threw and it said it rattled Tank. And when you look at it, Tank it hit Tank, but Tank didn't move at all. Frank took a step back and Tank was on him right there comfortably. He didn't look uncomfortable. He didn't look like, that bothered me. Tank is used to that type of power, used to that type of speed.
No, I don't think it rattled him. There was 1 or 2 punches where it caught him off balance.
Yeah,
I did see that.
There was no shot.
But people took it as like,
being rattled. But you know what I mean? That just,
they want to see his downfall.
Yeah, they do. But man, listen, that's what experience plays. Frank wasn't ready for that type of. He haven't fought someone with that type of pressure. He haven't fought anyone with that type of chin, and obviously it showed that Tank got some type of chin, bro. Frank was exchanging with him a little bit, and Tank was getting caught, and
He just kept coming.
I'm not gonna lie, he took it well, bro.
But
He
even
took
with
it.
y'all saying the experience, you think just at the 135 division, there's many people like Tank that even if he would have taken 4 or 5 more fights,
So
getting to Tank would have made a difference?
it's not that. The thing is about. So I posted on Instagram. I said the thing that PBC does, they set fighters up against Tank.
Yo, bad.
They give them matchups where it's like, okay, this guy is good, undefeated. You know, he's beat all these people. But like you said, you never fought nobody that can do this or do that. So it's like you're not prepared. The only person that I feel like,
How do you prepare for
not to
Tank?
discredit Tank, but to be honest, I'm not gonna lie on this podcast. The only person that I think was ready for Tank was Ryan Garcia. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is Golden Boy had him fighting southpaw after southpaw after southpaw from way before. So they knew this is the plan. But he's not on PBC. So they prepared him. I feel like on PBC, they just give you a call, yo, Tank is next. You can't say no. You don't want to say no because they dropping fighters. They don't have that much cards. Like, yo, Tank? All right,
But that's
take
what I'm
it.
asking. Like, how would you prepare? Like, how would you prepare a fighter for Tank?
Now, exactly. Now,
Because just fighting southpaws is not enough. It's
This
It's
is
the
the
pressure. It's the power.
everything. So we spoke about it last time being a complete fighter. We said Tank, Terrence Crawford, the most complete fighters. Just because we could see them do everything in every situation. You're never going to find a Tank, but you can fight somebody who's super defensive in one fight. You can fight somebody who's a counterpuncher in one fight. You can fight a pressure fighter in one fight. You
So
can
you
fight
saying he didn't
people-
have any of those prior to Tank?
No,
Oh.
they set him up. That's what I was telling people. They set Frank Martin up. It was no way he was going to win this fight.
Well, Tank told him at the press conference that they there for the check. He tried to tell him.
But even that, when they sat down with Gilly though, Tank told him. I keep mixing the names up because
Tank
it's
and
so
Frank,
damn
yeah.
close. Yeah, it's so damn close. But Tank told him to his face, "You're too green. You're too green." He said that. He said when it was on the podcast with Gilly, he is too green. And I mean, obviously it's too late. He signed a contract in front of everybody. You know, what I mean, you can't just take it back. But that right there got Frank. I already know that got in Frank's head.
And he did the best he could.
He did. No, he did.
I will not take anything away from
No.
Frank Martin. He fought a great fight.
Now, this is
fought
one
a
thing I'm
great
going to say.
fight.
This is one thing I'm going to say because I seen that online too. Devil's advocate. You know I like to do that shit.
Oh God.
He fought a horrible fight. Let me tell you why he fought a horrible fight. Now we about to be coaches.
Yeah.
Now we about to be coaches now.
now.
If you're fighting somebody that has power, it's a little tricky with Tank because you don't know what kind of Tank is going to come out. But if you're fighting somebody that's a knockout artist, you cannot give up ground.
Nope.
You can't because that's what they want. Once you give up ground, you lost. When Floyd fights power punches, what does he do? He jumps in the middle of the ring. When Crawford fights power punches, what does he do? He jumps in the middle of the ring. Now, when Crawford or Floyd fights people who likes to box, what do? They back up. Oh, you want me to come after you? No, you come to me. You cannot give them what they want. Once I seen, like you said, him jumping corner to corner, I said, yo,
It's over.
it's too early for that. I'm not saying that boxing wasn't like, he shouldn't have did that. Boxing is smart against Tank, but not the first second of the fight.
No.
I don't even feel like that was really boxing. He just was moving too, like the steps was just too big. And
Nah,
like
too
you
much.
said, with the body shots, like you're not going to be able to
But
keep
even
that
before
up.
he started throwing, because like you said, like
But he was keeping it up though. That movement was going up until like round 5. It was round 7 that
It's too much.
took
but this
it
is
out
the
of
thing,
him.
but that's where it comes with experience, and that's why Caleb Plant is a great example. Sometimes you do too much.
Too
Like
much.
you
Burn
can
out.
you can move, but don't move that much.
You seen for one
No,
of my
I'm not
fights?
agreeing that he moved
use
too
the
much,
jab,
yeah.
use combinations, but
Yeah.
don't throw
Don't
70
70
punches in a
punches.
round. You know Tank only throw 20 punches in a
Yeah.
round. If you want to win that round, you don't got to throw 80.
Well, when I was looking at it, I honestly was feeling like, especially round 4, Tank was having a hard time getting in.
I
Like,
didn't think he had a hard time with anything.
I'm saying from where I was looking at.
He said he had a good
On
jab.
my couch.
He said he had a good jab.
From my couch, Tank had a hard time getting in. Like he was keeping him at bay with that distance. He was throwing them jabs and moving, and throwing them jabs and moving. So from there, I'm like, damn, Tank really is gonna have to knock him out because if it goes to points, it's gonna be Frank. Like
this is
Okay.
what we talk about,
So I'm
front
a-
running.
so I'm a-
It's
no, I know. I'm
round.
saying,
So
but no, what I'm saying is that if he were able to keep that, that's what I'm saying. If he was able to keep the jab going and just like settle down on his feet a little bit, but keep the jab, keep Tank on the outside, not settling on the ropes. If it had went the 12 rounds, then yeah,
Yeah,
Frank
but
would
that's
have
the thing.
won.
When it comes to boxing, when it comes to game plan, you don't go off of what if. You go off of what I know he's gonna do, which is he's gonna gas out within this. If you see him gas out for how many?
But then don't you think that's going to be a problem for Tank going forward? What if he come
What?
across somebody who's not going to gas
No,
out?
because
No, it's
Tank
a
don't
different
fight the
game
same
plan.
every
It's a
fight.
different game plan. He don't fight the same way.
Because I don't remember the last time I seen Tank charge up against somebody like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Tank hasn't been doing that
Doing
for a
that at all.
while.
He's
Tank
been
has been
stepping back.
circling.
He's been stepping back. He's been throwing, and that's the most
But that's
punches
been like
he's
one of
thrown
the
in a
biggest
while.
arguments when it comes to Tank is everyone feels like Tank can only win by knockout. Like if it
No.
goes to points, it's always
He was up on the scorecards though. Like
after
He
round
lost the
6.
first 3 rounds,
The
right?
first
yeah,
3.
three. That's
That's-
only
that's-
that's the
But it's a
first
12
3
round fight. We don't
12-round
like.
fight.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
said
saying
thumbs
though, if
up
we're talking
on the
about
Twitter thing.
but if we're talking about Tank going forward, it's like the speed is going you guys say all the time like power is the last thing to leave you. So
Mhm.
speed is going to slow down and all
He
that.
young as shit. though.
Nah,
Hey, hold up, you
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
think
shit.
Frank got tired? Y'all think Frank got
Man,
tired
you
for
seen
real?
that
I think
I think his body, I don't think he got tired. I think the body just naturally,
It was
them
just-
uppercuts to the body, like it was one where he kind of, I think he was trying to pivot and Tank just caught him with the uppercut. That
Yeah,
shit looked like it
left
lifted him off
uppercut
the
to his
canvas. That
So-
shit stopped him in his
So
tracks.
Josh, let me break it down to you in this way, because you will understand it. From like when you're sparring, it's a difference of when you're beating somebody up or when somebody's taking your shots.
Mhm.
A lot of times you can throw the same exact combinations, right? And you don't get tired from it because you landed flush and it affects the person. But sometimes when you land it and it don't affect them, mentally it drains
Yeah,
you.
yeah. for
So
sure.
what Tank did, this is why I feel like Frank didn't do anything, because Tank had that mental pressure on him.
Mhm.
He was like, okay, I'm
He
not.
kept
He
coming
was like,
forward.
keep throwing, block, block. All right, you push me back, I'm still here. All right, I don't gotta throw. All right, feint. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You saw
So
what
that
I
right
Wow,
there-
kills
Frank
me.
Bro,
He's like a kid. In his
like,
ring.
let me give y'all an example of like how like shit like that could just fuck you up. Like from sparring Sid. One time I sparred Sid, right? This is when he was
Yeah,
jacked.
it makes you
He was
you
on
abandon your
steroids.
game plan.
Oh, hey, wait.
Yeah,
Not
sit on there.
steroids.
Allegedly.
Hey,
Allegedly.
It was, you know,
We gotta
it
break
But-
that here, bro.
was
Thing
on
is,
what Canelo was on.
we wasn't even sparring hard or nothing like that, but I threw a shot. The way he blocked it, it was like this. I was like, come on, man. Sparring was done right there. That moment, I don't know if that was round
That's what
one or
I'm
two,
saying.
but that moment,
It
sparring
makes
was,
you like
was done.
abandon the game plan.
Sparring is
basically.
done.
I ain't gonna
You
lie,
need a pep. You need like a motivational pep talk to come back from shit like
I
that.
ain't gonna lie,
know, I've
yo,
been
hold on.
there.
I was lifting mad. I was at that time. I was retired. I was lifting mad weights. You know what I mean? I was.
It's bullshit. No, I've
Exit-
sparred Sid, and he'll be like, I'm taking it light, and his hand will be open, but he'll just keep flicking the jab. Literally, I used to tell him my flag is a magnet in my headgear because he would just hit the same spot. And it's like, no matter how much I move in my head, it just makes you feel like, all right, now I got to just switch it up and do something different.
Exactly. The mental. That's why I
mental
feel
pressure.
like I don't think Frank did good. Because look, we keep saying the same thing in Tank's fights. For Leo Tanner Cruz, Leo was actually beating him up until he got knocked out. Or Rolly was actually doing good until
Until he
he
got
walked
knocked
into
out.
something. It's a pattern.
Like,
They're not doing good. They're doing
They
what
are
Tank
doing
wants them
good.
to do.
They're
But
doing
the
good.
thing is, no,
Tank is
but-
just doing better.
No, but you
Nah.
can't say it though, right? 'Cause you gotta go back to when you watch me spar. You see me spar with guys that supposedly everyone say hit hard. You never see me boxing them. You always see me go forward. And what did I do? Take that power away from him. And then you start asking, do he hit hard? No, he don't. Because what? Oh, he's so used to guys stepping back. This guys that you gotta understand, right? Guys that hit hard, they're so used to going forward, right?
But is
And-
Frank known for his power?
Frank got
Everyone,
pop.
I kept hearing just athleticism. And
Nah, he got
footwork.
pop. He
can punch,
he got
but-
pop.
Tank said
He-
he had a good brick hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got good. He
Tank
got
said-
pop. He don't got devastating power, but he got enough to. You slacking, you gonna sleep.
I just needed to see him fight higher competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I can't really like put my final verdict on it. Cause like you never really know until you fight dudes that never been knocked out before and then you're knocking them out. So like if he's fighting dudes that's already been knocked out before and stuff, it's like
and it goes right back to what we said though, right? He's finding a guy that's same thing with Crawford and Spence, right? Spence was going and fighting a guy that's wasn't on a knockout streak.
yeah,
So he's not taking that step, but he's coming to knock you out. You know what I'm saying? And
not used to that.
he's not used to that.
I
Frank,
think this was the best time for Frank to fight Tank because Tank was rusty. If it had been a sharp Tank,
That's a good
it wouldn't
point.
have
That's a
gone
good point.
past.
I mean,
That's a good
yeah.
So I
was
feel
it-
like for his brand and for like this actually didn't look bad for him. Like some people gonna say, oh, it's Tank is rusty, whatever. But it's still for what
Yeah,
he
that's-
did against Tank, like it is gonna kind of boost him a little bit. Like yeah, you took the L, but you looked good until you didn't.
So that was gonna be actually
it's a lose-lose for
my-
Frank. It
I
was a
think he got
lose-lose.
overconfident.
That was gonna be my next question. We're gonna ask you, Josh, as a fan, after that performance, after the way he fought and the way he lost, are you interested in seeing Frank Martin fight again?
Of course, yeah, he did good. I mean, look at Tank's face. You know what I'm saying?
They headbutt a few times though, and he
looks like
skin.
that's
He like-
I'm
light
just
skin, bro.
I'm playing. But you know, he was doing his thing. Like out of all the people that Tank fought, like he was like actually like being active and showing something. It just Tank was just too like, you know, he's been doing it since he was 7, so he just made it look so easy.
Yeah.
But it's like what I was trying to say is like when you talk about the brick hand, it's like when you throw your brick hand at somebody, like beaming at their head and they still going forward, it just kills your confidence like crazy. Like I know. In sparring, like that shit sucks. So I mean
I'm trying.
yeah, that shit sucks. Like I'm like, you just want to leave. Like, damn.
Because I think
I'm like when you hit somebody with the brick and you be like, damn, bro, you should be dead by now. Like, what's going on? That's probably what Frank was talking about. And then like even when he went to the corner, man, he didn't seem too confident. Like he was like, yeah, man, I'm trying. Like, yeah, you know, I'm moving. But you know, it's just, I don't know, man.
It's like one of those moments where it's like, okay, I see the difference, but it's too late.
yeah.
It's too late. It's like,
yeah.
damn, it's on the line now. Like,
Yeah,
I gotta try something.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't go back to the gym.
This
Yeah.
guys, I mean, look, the fights and sparring is completely different. But there's guys that I've seen killing dudes in the fight and even a sparring, beating guys up, and then when I spar with them, I take their break hand and I start swatting that shit like a fly. The rounds that we supposed to do 8 rounds, it goes down to like, all right, we good for 4. We good for this. We good for that. Like they start to give up, and that's what Tank did to Frank. He took that shot. Frank went that way. Tank was on him. He took
He
that.
was on
You know what I mean?
him.
Frank threw a combination, hit him
Like
hard.
Tom and Jerry.
He went that way. He thought he was good. Tank was on him again. Like it was like a shark. He wasn't. Tank wasn't stopping, and it was like you could tell like there was no war. And that thing too, you have to watch when you fighting. Watch the guy's face. Watch his reaction. Tank was having fun. Tank was smiling. That's not normal. When you beating guys up, guys are not smiling. Guys are not. It's just a certain look in that face, in their eyes, where it's like Tank got that look where it's like he ain't worried. He taking that shot and he knows for a fact, yo, I got you. It's over. And then Frank is looking at it like, damn, all right, fuck, he really got me. It's a confidence is like I said, but that plays down to experience. But again, like Morgan said though, it was the best time for Frank to fight Tank, because like you said, if he didn't take that time off, if he was active, it would have been the first 4 rounds, man. He would have been out of there probably.
yeah, I think he should have like.
There was no.
I know
way.
it's hard because like of the state of boxing right now. You can't turn down fights, especially when you're on PBC. But I think they should have. I think they shouldn't have took this fight. Especially I feel like as a manager, if you're, I don't know if they have the same manager or the same, like, you know, I don't know if Al Heyman's in charge of everybody. But me, as my personal fighter, if I have somebody like Frank Martin and I see the potential in him, not now.
Yeah.
But not
don't do it.
Or probably not ever. Because who else he gonna fight?
But I'm saying the way Frank Martin, he was on the way up, he was like they offered him a Shakur Stevenson fight. They turned it down for a Tank.
But you see, even that though is
They
like
turned it down for a Tank.
even
the Shakur fight, I felt like it was too
much.
soon.
It was too soon.
But it shows that Tank was the plan. So that's why I feel like they set him up. I think it was a setup.
I mean, I'd rather take the Tank fight than take the Shakur fight.
Financially, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
they give you a meal, and then you got to give it up to your coaches.
Team,
and
yeah.
You got to break it down.
So you
So
look
that's
At least
not
you get
really-
the publicity. Like people, like you said, people saying good things about Frank Martin now. So if he fought Shakur,
Yeah,
the fight, it wasn't gonna be as
Yeah,
exciting.
man.
He
It's
would've
on a
just took loss.
Thursday.
God, don't get him started.
Yeah, but I mean, look, at the end of the day though,
fuck me up.
I would Tank. Frank wasn't on my radar in terms of like exciting fighters or like people to really watch it. Now, Frank. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious for his next fight. I'm really
I'm
honestly
saying I
curious.
felt this was a good time.
Yeah,
for him.
like, I'm
didn't make
curious,
it
like,
too bad for
I
him.
mean, I'm not gonna lie. He kind of got a fan out of me.
I mean, I got harsher eyes than y'all. I mean, I think he could do
You
good
don't
at
like
135. Nah, I'm just the thing about me, like, I got let down a lot in boxing.
I know.
I was a fan of a lot of people,
Yeah,
and I've like talked shit about them in the gym. Yeah, and then they lose. And I'm in the gym and I'm sitting down like this. I just learned like how important experience is, and I never rate no fighters until they beat somebody notable.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like even like people get mad at me not to stray off too far. As good as Jaron Ennis is, I don't rate him that high yet because he didn't fight nobody.
We just talking.
So-
I'm just talking to somebody about that.
Yeah,
Kept
he didn't
asking
fight
about
nobody
Crawford fight. I'm like, he didn't earn
He
that.
didn't fight
yet.
nobody yet. Like he's good though. Like saying
He
like
earned
to
that yet.
No,
to
no,
bring
not
it back
that.
to
I
Frank.
was-
He's good, but the thing is, Now, the way his career should have went, like the type of people that he could have fought at PBC, I think that's what he should do next. Like, I think you could fight somebody like a Hector Garcia, people that has lost before, or you could fight Lamar Roach, the dude that beat Hector Garcia. You could fight a Rayo. You could probably try to, get a Cobra fight. It's a lot of fights out there for him.
Frank,
before you fight like a Shakur, a Devin. Thing is, though, which I was going to ask y'all, the way he looked at the weigh-in, he's probably not going to stay at 35 too much longer.
Did he look that bad?
Yeah, he looked compared. They had a comparison.
When he was in,
that was Devin's last fight though at the weight class. But they show comparisons of his other fights before. It didn't look the same. So it looked
you
like.
don't think it was also like a mental thing too? I mean, like you
I
said,
never cut weight that hard, so you have to sit with.
we sat. Just look at him during the his train camp. He looked Aki. He looked like he was like in his
big
mind.
in the ring too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he looked in his. It looked like that was a game plan for him to go up that high, cut that much weight, and that was overpower Tank, like, and be able to take his shots. Because we all know you put him away, you could probably take the shots a little bit better. I think that was the game plan. And obviously, you can have a game plan. All that shit goes to shit until you actually fight the guy you're supposed to fight. I think that was just the initial game plan because he looked big as hell.
He probably thought it was wrestling, bro.
He looked weapon.
He probably thought he was wrestling.
He did try to wrestle a bit. He was holding, and that's nothing. Like
he tried to get his
did
leg
really
one
good
time.
things.
They got his foot like yo.
No, but like when Tank did start throwing, he grabbed him. He slowed him down. Like he was doing a lot of good things.
I'm saying, like, I don't know. I'm getting tired of just hearing.
He was doing a lot of good things.
I'm just tired of hearing the whole and I'm starting to realize it's a pattern now. Like every time Tank knocks someone out, he gotta go to 140. You realize that, right? It's starting to become a pattern. It's like, no, he ain't supposed to be at 140. You guys ass knocked out. Now fight somebody else at 35.
I think he could do good at 35. I just don't until he gets the experience. I will never put him over somebody to win against somebody like a Shakur or Tank. Those dudes, they fought people. They have experience. It's gonna be hard. Like, yeah, you can.
Why do you think him fighting Shakur would be hard?
I was actually gonna bet money on Shakur to stop him.
Why?
He has too much holes in his defense, and then he's southpaw. Yeah, he's southpaw. He got too much holes in his defense, and it's like when he fought Jamel Herring. Even though he's way better than, I wouldn't say he's way better than Jamel Herring, but Frank Martin is better than Jamel Herring. But when you have holes in your defense against a southpaw, you're gonna get hit a lot. Because southpaws not used to fighting southpaws, so they're not used to the angles and the combinations. So when they were supposed to fight, I was gonna bet a lot of money on Shakur to stop him.
Really?
A lot of money, yeah, because it's just experience. That's the thing. Like, I feel like fighters like Tank, fighters like Shakur, they love fighting people like that. It's like, okay, and I was gonna ask you. You brought this up on the last time about how Tank didn't fight a black fighter in a while. I feel like sometimes the fans, they ask for that, but they don't really understand why we don't get it because it's not always entertaining. Because we all kind of fight the same. It's just who's better at it.
You said that.
Yeah, it's just who's better at it.
That's all boys.
Yeah.
Who's faster? Who hit harder?
Who might be a little stronger?
Who got better reflexes?
Yeah.
Like,
it's never like
last night was entertaining, honestly.
No, it was definitely 100%. But enough about Frank Martin. Now we're gonna actually talk about the person who won the fight. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, Josh, you could say it first. How did you rate Tank's performance?
Seeing as he did his whole game plan and it went like how he thought it was gonna go, I'll give him a 9.
9.
I'll give him a 9.
More than what you got?
Just because of the rust and like seeing him falling in and all that stuff, I give it like a 8, 8.5.
Say how about you?
Man, I give him a C-, bro.
Man,
We giving numbers.
I
C-.
can't.
They gonna
Fine,
average that
give me
out.
a fucking 4. What do you want me to tell you?
That's not a C.
4. That's not a C.
4
That's
is
a
like
failing grade,
5,
bro.
It's
6.
fucking. Well, you want me bad? A 7?
different
You know
in
who
St.
did not go
Martin,
to school.
brother.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a whole
Like,
nother school system.
that's why I didn't go with the
Grading
numbers because if I give the numbers, I'm giving the 4. So you guys gonna look at crazy, right?
Give him a 4?
Give him a 4.
That's a failing grade, bro.
Compared to what Tank can do, and what we have seen Tank do, it's a 4. That's why I just said C-.
I mean, coming forward with
I think that was
pressure,
one
you
of his.
know,
I think that was one of his most
Weapon?
executed fights.
What?
I think that was one of his like most well executed fights. From what they was talking in the lead up to fight, what they was saying they was gonna do, how they said. I feel like
100%.
I feel like the fight went the same way.
But that's natural though. He's been doing for so long. He's not gonna. It's muscle memory. But we talking about again. We don't see Tank fall in like that. There's certain things you can tell. Like
you fall in and so you fail.
Do you get a feel?
no, but if he
Because he only fell in about 2 rounds.
Yeah, he
And then he
nah,
tightened
but
up.
it's like it's certain things you could tell. Like you could tell on Tank face. Like
So saying
it's
okay.
certain things he wanted to do, and you could tell just rust. He's
So
14
if it was
months old.
somebody else in the ring, let's say Shakur, because I feel like that's his stylistically like a challenging matchup. Do you think Tank would have won the way he fought?
It's hard. He would never fought a Shakur.
No.
He wouldn't have if he was
He would have
14.
fought Devin like that.
No, 14. He would have crunched Devin.
No,
14.
I'm talking about the way he was fighting, the way he was
Yeah.
in the ring, the way he was walking up to him, the way he
Walking
was
him
like,
down
you
and all
know,
that.
crossing his feet and stuff. Do you think he would have been able to do that against a higher level fighter and get away with it?
You talking about? You said Devin. Devin ain't got no pop. So
No,
yes.
I'm saying Devin or
Yes,
Shakur.
you can't. I'm gonna say Shakur because realistically, 14 months off, he would never fought Shakur.
No,
I'm not.
but
I'm not going off hypothetically.
No,
bro.
but I'm saying I'm talking about because you're rating his performance. I'm
100%.
saying with that kind of performance, does Tank
what
still
he
beat
did
people?
in the
That's what
ring.
I'm saying.
With that type of performance,
With that kind of Tank still beat other people.
yeah,
That's
power
what I'm
still
saying.
power still
How he
play.
a four?
That's why-
The power
four
still
is
plays a
crazy.
fact, but
Yeah,
again,
but four-
power still plays a
All right,
factor.
so let me
though.
ask you another question. If a
I'm pretty sure if you
four-
have to ask
The
Tank,
four
yo,
is the four. It's
I'm
not
pre-
gonna move.
No,
It's
no,
not
no,
gonna move.
no,
I'm
no,
pretty
no,
sure.
no.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you have to ask Tank, because Tank answers his social media, right? Tweet him. Ask him, what do you rate your performance? I'm pretty sure he's gonna say the same shit. He's gonna rate it a below average, bro.
No, I'm not trying to get you to change your score, but I'm just gonna ask you this: if a 4 from Tank is good enough to, everybody can answer this, is good enough to, you know, beat whoever you say. How far is Tank from everybody else in the division?
And I've been saying that very far between IQ, power, speed. He can box. He can step forward. He can box. He's way beyond these guys. That's why I believe there's no guys. That's why I believe at 35, none of them really doing it like that.
Yeah, I don't think nobody could.
I'm telling you straight up.
I
That's
agree.
what, like, you guys don't understand how smart Tank is.
We do. We didn't deny that.
Now I'm talking about to everybody else. I don't think they
Oh.
understand how smart Tank is. Tank is that's what's like, even a bad performance, his IQ is so high that even with a bad performance, he's
Yeah.
still gonna execute what he needs. It might not be the cleanest, but that's what I'm going off of, is how clean, because we seen Tank a lot sharper than that. Again, he's been,
But you know what it is though about sharper is tricky because this wasn't a sharp fight because he wasn't sharp. But I don't think for this kind of win he didn't need to be
he
sharp.
didn't need to be sharp.
He needed to cut off the ring and put on mental
No,
pressure. and that's what he
100%.
did.
But that's to show you the fact that he don't even need to be sharp. Bro, if he never went, let's be
But no,
honest.
I can't even say he wasn't sharp because he was blocking all. He was blocking a lot of
But
punches.
again, that's
He's getting
muscle
touched a lot
memory
too,
though.
though.
But that those bruises that he had though, that was
That's
'cause of the
that's
glove.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
know,
from the
but
glove
he
and shit.
but he was getting touched.
He's
He
get-
did
he
a
get-
combo.
Again,
that's
that's muscle memory though. When you've been doing shit for so long, you're gonna look sharp in certain areas where you've been doing it for. It's hard to say, I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. I
20
take
years.
14 months off, and all of a sudden everything goes out the window. That's no offense, Josh, but that's for guys like that's been starting off. That's new. That still haven't really got it down yet. And
That's
you
for
too.
you.
I don't know
No,
why.
you
I
can't-
was
Nah,
in
technically,
that, but-
technically it's for all of us because they've been boxing since kids.
Since we was kids.
Well, yeah,
That's
I
what's
mean,
I
like.
think you saw the major difference when they got in their corners. When Frank would go to his corner, you could tell he was looking for direction.
Yes.
Right? Like his corner, but his coach was really good, but he was really looking for that direction. Whereas with Tank was so comfortable, and it was like he knew Tank was all right. It was more like, I got you. You good. You all right? Like he was just making sure like
Exactly.
he was all right mentally, and he wasn't really giving him a game plan. It's like they already knew the plan. He knew Tank needed to do what he's gonna do, and like round 7, that IQ just kicked in, and he just like
Bro, you been
the
doing
switch just
It was like
just,
he hit another mode. Like,
yeah,
round
like
7,
that round
again,
7 was
like-
like, ooh damn.
That's the same thing we talk about. Boxing right now is so different than years ago, bro. Like these kids are doing it from since it was 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, doing that, and then that's pretty much your entire life boxing. And then, you're not gonna forget. Even it don't matter how long you take off. There's certain things you're never gonna forget. It's muscle memory. That's why I truly believe Shakur is gonna be the quote unquote final boss. He's gonna be the last one, because I'm telling you right now, the way Tank's trying to do this, do Shakur, he's trying to be the sharpest he's ever been. And you're gonna see he's gonna take it to a whole nother level with Shakur. And I truly believe that. Because the thing about it, like the fact I believe that Tank could be at, say we gonna say a B on his performance, and I truly believe he'll still beat Shakur. But I know he wants to be at a 10, because the way he's gonna do Shakur and the way he wants to do Shakur is gonna really put people like, all right, you know what? What else can you say?
Like Crawford.
That's a good.
Exactly. It's legitimately gonna be like Crawford Spence. What else can you say? Oh, let him fight Benavidez next. Come on, son. Like that's gonna be like
that's a good.
that's what
fight.
that's what they always talk about though.
I
Like,
think you got the name wrong. I'm like,
nah, that's because that's what's gonna be like. Oh, he got to fight Jerron Ennis next. And
that
then-
was a decent fight too.
it's
though.
bittersweet with him though, because he like if he moves up, it's like even like Earl said it. It's like if he moves up, but he's a little short though,
He's
so
short,
he's gonna
though.
have to
There's no
pick
point in
his
him moving up.
opponent.
He's
But
still
as
at
he gets
40.
older, he's not gonna have a choice. He's not going to
I
make
see him retiring
135.
young.
Who you talking about?
I hope he's smart
I
enough
see
to
him
do
You talking
that.
about
retiring
Tank?
young.
I
Bro,
hope
he went,
he's smart
in
enough.
130. He went in what 133 for this fight.
No,
And
but
he
I'm-
did backflip on stage.
But
Bro,
I'm
he was
saying-
comfortable.
No, but he's still young. I'm saying if he is one of those guys who doesn't know when to call it quits and tries to be 35, 36, 37, like it's gonna be hard for him to make that weight.
He already admit he's not. You know why he's not that? He already said he's not that guy. He already said. he
Okay, I'm
doesn't
just
want-
saying. Hopefully, people
No.
say things all the time, and then
And
next
they
thing you
change
know,
their
they
mind.
still,
That is true
Yeah,
because the
so-
checks get bigger.
Yeah, so that's
It's
what
like,
I'm
all right,
saying.
this was your
the
last
legacy,
deal.
the this, the that, whatever.
Yeah,
so
so-
I hope that like he can be satisfied with himself. I'm not gonna say settled. He can be satisfied with his performance, and even if he get to, cause like they're already pitting him and Floyd against each other, right? He's about 30-0 now. What they're gonna say? Oh, you gotta, in order to be better than Floyd, you gotta be 60-0 or something like that. But I'm just saying like the numbers.
He gonna get it from the love though.
But that's what I'm saying. He could, but again, it's just you hoping that mentally he's not. That's not what he's tracking. That he knows when to call it quits because again, that weight he's not going to make 135. Then he's gonna go up and he's gonna get hurt because he is a small guy. Like power or not, he is still
Because
small.
how was Tank right now?
It's like 20 something.
28,
28,
right?
29.
He'll be able to make 30 because he can still make 30. So him still able to make 30, he'll be able to make 35.
He said
to
he
end his
started
career.
camp but it was right after Ramadan.
You think
but
he's
he
gonna
said
go down
started
in
camp
weight?
at
He can't.
139.
I'm saying he can't because you gotta understand, right? He weighed at 133, right?
Yeah.
He was able to do a backflip on stage. You think you cutting weight and able to freaking backflip and laugh and joke?
No,
Exactly. You see how I look weight cut. You see me weight cut. I ain't doing no backflip for nobody, bro.
Your last one wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad, but I want to eat. I ain't sitting here trying to do interviews
Like
and
you seen
laughing.
Frank
and
Martin
smoke.
trying to get up the
Yeah,
stage.
like,
Like, I said,
he was ready to
go.
Yeah,
He was ready to go.
He tried 3 times.
I was about to say,
and she
bro.
kept
kept trying
talking.
to
I'm
talk.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like after I'm done weight cut, after I'm done, I made the weight. Yeah, it was quote unquote easy. But it's some shit I ain't trying to do. I ain't trying to smile. I ain't trying to laugh.
I'm just saying, I hope he don't go up. I hope he don't go
he
up.
won't
He
go
just
up.
needs
He
to
won't-
be complacent and not that's
He
a bad
won't.
word, but I don't want them to be like, oh, all you do is dominate 135. All the greats went up in weight.
No,
they had
'cause
multiple this and
Marvin
multiple
Hagler
that.
is a great, is he not?
I'm just saying.
I think-
Nowadays,
think-
they just try to like,
Hey,
I
pit
think
people
he-
against each other.
I think he can fight at 40 because people forget that it's not the top fighters that are at 40 aren't natural 40 pounders.
Yeah. No, he's gonna do 40. He
Because
said
if he goes to 40, he's only fighting the top fighters.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go to 40 to fight a mandatory defense
Yeah.
or nothing like that. So he go to 40, it's gonna be probably to fight a Tiafimo or to fight Devin.
Yeah.
Or let's
But he
say
said that, though.
if him and Shakur doesn't fight at 35, maybe they'll fight at 40. He's not fighting natural 40 pounders. He's not like, not to bring up Floyd, but what Floyd was doing, Floyd was fighting natural 47
Yeah.
pounders. That shit was pretty insane. Like, really understand what Mayweather was doing. It was
different.
pretty stupid that he did that shit. And he did it so successfully. It shows how good he was.
Yeah, he was-
A lot of
it's
fighters
different.
don't do that. Like
Yeah,
even
he
like
do
if
that.
like yeah, they talk about certain fights like, Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, yeah, they moved up and stuff, but they also fighting people that moved up. And then when they fought the dudes that were at that weight, even
That's
if they
the
won,
struggle.
they went through hell. It
Yeah.
was like, damn, this motherfucker dropped me 3 times. But
I just hope he doesn't do the
Sugar Ray
whole,
Leonard, yo,
Nah,
the end of Sugar Ray Leonard career, that nigga was getting dropped like
Oh my
a
God.
sport. Nigga was walking the ring big. Nigga was like, damn, God, let me get my shit together. He was getting dropped.
I don't think this is for me.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Moving up is not like people think that shit like I always say, I like my weight class. I like where I'm at. I'm gonna go lower if I could. I ain't fighting. That motherfuckers be punching hard, bro.
I'm just saying,
Like,
as he get older, it's not going to be easy to stay there.
but he says he want to retire. I think if he is serious
I hope
about
he do
this,
right by his money and is able to.
yeah, me too. I mean, I don't really care what he do with his money, but
I care.
if he's serious about his, him becoming a Muslim and stuff like that, then that should help him. Because to switch to UFC real quick, when Khabib retired, because he said it was his mom's wish to stop fighting at a certain time,
Yeah.
he stopped, and Dana was like, they offered him like $40 million, and he said, I'm okay. He said, I'm okay because this is it's easier like when you're like a religious person or you come from strong family morals.
Mm-hmm.
Tank obviously don't have the strong family. He grew up in the gym. So I
Yeah,
think
but I
him
mean-
turning Muslim can help him like, look clearly and focus on family.
Yeah,
so I
but-
think he'll actually retire.
Him doing, the time, the sit down, it seemed to have did something for him mentally. So hopefully that lasts.
Yeah.
When I was watching like the interviews after, he seemed like super like tired of it. Like seemed like he also stated that like I'm tired of thinking about what my opponent's gonna do to me. I'm tired of thinking about what I'm gonna do to him. It's exhausting. And it felt like he's like, this 7-fight deal is like, all right, when I do this, And then when he was talking about I'm gonna buy like a house on like an island or some shit, he just want to get away from me. He's
But he said that.
exhausting.
That's what I'm telling you. He's not gonna stay. He's not gonna stay for long because he don't like the limelight. He really don't. He don't like the whole Twitter stuff, like the back and forth. Like he'll do it, but he don't. He generally don't like it. Like he honestly don't like it. That's why he can't wait. He already said, "Oh, after these fights, he's out of here. He's gonna let." I mean, he have his GTG promotion stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna, obviously.
I don't know how that's gonna go. Fighters never do good with that, but
I mean,
Oscar De La Hoya is the only
I
one.
mean, that's what I'm saying. You can't say fighters never do good.
He is the only one.
100%.
He is the
I mean,
only one.
Earl's
It's the
almost there.
business of the same.
Yeah.
Earl's almost there.
Earl
You
got
almost had it. You almost had it.
He almost had it.
You was this
What's
close
the
now.
next topic?
He almost had it. His guy got knocked out. He almost
Nah.
that close.
So we talk about Tank, might not be in boxing for that long. Obviously, we can't say how great he is until his career is over. But do y'all think the way his career is going and with the opponents that he has left to fight, can Tank really be an all-time great Hall of Fame, top 15, top 10, top 5 fighter?
Yes.
What do you think, Josh?
I think 100%. The way he knocked out Frank, bro, I dream about that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to Church Street and I want to show out, like I'm like,
Think about,
man,
yo.
when are these dudes going out? And it never happens.
How you
So,
feel?
like,
You think he gonna hit that?
I'm so proud of myself right now. I'm doing real good. Y'all know I'm doing good.
Try not to talk shit.
Hey, listen, man, it's the truth. Shit.
Anyway,
everyone can have a thought.
Dream,
Everyone can have a dream.
dreams.
Like he
We
wants
all
to,
dream.
bro. Listen. There's times when when starting up jobs. Don't worry about it, bro.
can I answer the question?
In the beginning of my career, right? I
You
wanted to
said yes.
be like certain people, and it took a time to get there.
Yeah,
It took time.
You there?
But it took time though. But you will get there, bro. Don't worry about it. You got this, bro.
We said we don't lie on the podcast, or is that just Tion?
No, we
Is
don't.
that
lie
just
about it.
Tion?
Nah, he just give him some encouragement. It's a coach, man.
Bruh,
Listen,
Yeah, she
This is
acting
a
like I'm
coach.
not working in the gym. Granted, I'm only.
I'm
only
barely
there,
at the
like,
gym, and you there
twice-
less than
twice a
me.
day.
So what does that mean?
Josh, we trying to help you out. Don't,
Yeah, I was about to say, don't. I look
What?
dead in your face. I'm
What?
trying to give you credit. Do not say nothing.
You come to watch sparring. You get dressed and watch.
Cap.
You get dressed. I've never seen
Cap.
someone spectate sparring.
Cap.
All right. Anyways,
Cap. I want to see comments under this. People that in Church Street talking about my sparring, but okay.
Jesus. Anyway,
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I feel like he can, especially after what you said about him moving up, and still he would be fighting the top guys. He wouldn't be having to fight mandatories or that. So it's still credible names and all that. I feel like Tank doing that, absolutely. And the way he's knocking these dudes out, like it's vicious. And the way he's like toying, it's like a mental thing. Like Floyd was great. Don't get me wrong. Floyd is great. Floyd was great defensively and all that. But Floyd had to work a lot harder than Tank in his fights. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Tank make this shit look like we knew it. It came. He came,
Yeah.
saw, conquered, backflip, go home. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Even
So
the backflip, that shit adds to his legacy.
yeah, like I'm just saying. So I feel like
Imagine-
Tank, just the way he's fighting and the way he's winning, like
shit is crazy.
with Floyd, it was always like, oh, Floyd at the end of his career started running. He started
Yeah.
doing it. He started cherry picking opponents and all that other stuff. Like Tank is going in there with whoever they tell him or whoever they like try to throw and talk shit about and say, oh, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. This one got this advantage. This one got that advantage. And he go in there and he pick it apart every time. So yes, he got my vote.
I'm not gonna lie though. You knocked me on backflip, bro. We fighting at the. Yeah,
I'm
we
not gonna lie.
fighting, bro.
Frank got up pretty fast though.
He tried to beat the 10 count. The camera wasn't on him, but like
He
you see
tried,
from
he
different
tried.
angles.
Yeah, no,
he tried.
he
tried.
yeah.
was-
tried.
Everyone
did,
else,
though.
not
Yeah,
gonna
but-
lie, they took a short nap. You know,
Yeah,
smelling salt something. Frank got the hell up.
Frank, he was trying. No, he was trying. He was
If
trying.
he had that Fury count, he would have made it.
Because even like Tank realized that too. Cause when he went up on the road, he started
He looked
doing that. He
back,
had to
yeah.
look back like shit. Like the fight might still
Yeah.
going, but not. Yeah.
So you think top 10, top 5 all time great?
I think top 5 is tough. Cause I could say top
So much
5,
fighters.
but it's so much fighters, and then like
You're talking about at this time or
Just
overall?
in the overall.
Oh,
We talking
okay.
Because
Yeah,
the thing about it too, we could put anybody in our top, but it goes down to what the people think. And
Yeah.
do I think top 10, 100%? Top 5 is tough because then I have to go through the whole shit. But overall, I really think people is gonna downplay. I really truly believe people will downplay his legacy no matter what. Because he fights Loma, they're gonna say, "Oh, he waited. He's too old."
Yeah.
He fights. When he fights Devin, knocks him out, knocks his brain loose, and be, "Oh,
Ryan did
Ryan
first.
Ray did it first." They're already trying to downplay the Ryan fight and say like he was drained. Then when he finally does it to Ryan again, they're gonna say, you see, Ryan was supposed to be at 54 anyways. You know, and then with Shakur, then when they finally do it, Shakur is the one I'm waiting for. I'm wondering what the excuse gonna be.
It's not gonna be no excuse for that one.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
They're the same age.
I guarantee, for some,
That's the one right there.
that's the one. But I
I've been telling
truly
people that shit for
believe
years.
He has to do good on his next fight to
Who,
actually
Shakur?
show people that he's still like.
Isn't that-
is
I
guy.
just-
Shakur, yeah, because
Nah, the thing, I get that from the fan perspective, but the thing about Shakur, which where he's lucky in this, is Tank just don't like him, so he's gonna fight him regardless.
Yeah.
He wants to fight him. Where it's like, I don't care if your next 5 fights is shitty. We gonna fight.
Still gonna get this
We
work.
gonna
Oh,
fight.
Devin too.
Devin too. He's like, I don't
too.
care if you got knocked out.
yeah,
We
I
gonna
mean,
fight.
Devin
Well, he
fight
didn't get
is
knocked
like-
out, but I don't care about
Yeah,
how
but-
bad you look. But I'm
gonna fight.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
That's that's
So for the all-time great thing, I think he's gonna be respected. He's gonna be loved, like
he's
what
gonna
you
be
said.
loved.
That's why I
Love is
said
definitely
earlier.
the most important part.
Especially what's helping him is him being on the opposite side of Floyd,
Mm-hmm.
because before he used to get the hate because he was with Floyd. The more he separates from Floyd,
And
the
Floyd's doing it
more-
on his own, which is the weird
Floyd
part.
hate
Like, you trying to tear him down and you actually making us like him more.
yeah, because Floyd
Yeah,
don't get it because Floyd never had the love. He always wanted the love.
Well, he can't read, so comprehension isn't his thing.
Jesus Christ, he tries.
He
It
know.
just
shots
listen.
straight.
Floyd's still TB in the ring. Outside the ring,
Yeah,
listen.
so-
No,
He
but
had-
I would
he had
not
to
take
drop-
it from his
He
boxing.
had to drop out of school 8th grade to take care of his family. Listen,
Was he?
All this money, you could have been got a
Yeah.
tutor, bro. Hooked on Phonics is like
Listen, you
damn
don't-
near free for him.
when you grew up in a traumatized household, you don't think about making yourself better.
That's true. Nah,
So
that's fact.
I'm not about to sit here and shit on Floyd.
My thing,
hard up
I
there.
want shit on Floyd. I just think some you just too old to be doing certain
we
shit.
gonna get on that. We gonna get on
Yeah,
that. I don't want to get too far.
alright.
Stay on the Tank thing real quick. I think Tank being on the opposite side of Floyd is gonna help his legacy in terms of love. Like the way people love Mike Tyson. If you like really understand Mike Tyson when it comes to in terms of resume, Mike Tyson technically isn't one of the greatest heavyweights.
No.
But he is so loved
Feared.
that people be like, nah, don't gotta talk
Love
about,
and
gotta talk
fear.
about love
No, I said
now.
love and fear.
Y'all
too.
talk about love now
Oh,
because
yeah.
like look where he's at and people still
So
that's
thinking-
one of the greatest fighters ever. That's how they look at
It's
him.
like, yeah,
It's
he's
the
60 years
love.
old. He's 60 years old. They still
Saying
think he can
the
compete.
love.
Like,
Because he can.
Okay.
So okay, but I think with the love, Tank will be an all-time great with the
Yeah.
love, the performances, like you said, like what you just said about how you want to go to the gym and you want to do what he does. That's what Calvin Ford was saying. This is what it's about. He want people to want to be like Tank. In terms of the resume, I agree with what you're saying with the downplaying. I think he'll only be an all-time great in terms of resume if the people he beat have good careers.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
gonna
if
say.
they have good careers, there's nothing you can say.
Yeah.
But if they all go down after they fight Tank, then it's like, all right, this guy ain't do shit, this guy ain't do shit, this guy ain't do shit.
But if they had good careers leading up to fighting Tank and then went down, doesn't that kind of show how Tank dismantles people?
No, 'cause that's not how fans look at it.
Yeah.
That's not how fans look at
I'm a
it.
fan.
You're thinking about no, but you're still saying it from a fighter perspective. Because you're thinking about, oh, I beat this person up and they was never the same. Fans don't look at it like that.
They don't.
Fans look, oh, you beat this person up, but this person beat him up too. Man, they whack. That's how they look at it. They don't look at it the way like what it really is.
I guess.
And I think how they was calling them like the four princes, him, Teofimo, Ryan, and Devin. I think if what they're doing of they're fighting each other, if they keep doing that and they get remembered as like the second generation of four kings, Tank is going to be the number one. The same way Sugar Ray Leonard was the number one of his era, and that can help him. Like you said, it's hard to be top 5, top 10. There's so much fighters, and they fought so much times, and they fought everybody in their era, like at any time. So it's
Yeah.
hard to really pass them in terms of greatness. But I think if Teofimo keep doing what he's doing, if Ryan is doing what he's doing, if Devin is doing what he's doing, if they keep building their legacy, it's gonna help him out. But if they just all go to shit, they just gonna try to play him like
Ryan
how
gotta get it together
You know
then.
what you call that, though? I call that shit the Floyd effect. Because Floyd, like even now, when people talk about Floyd, like yeah, we say TBE and the greatest of all time, whatever. But watch how people downplay his career. Or he cherry picked this guy, he cherry picked that guy. He didn't fight nobody. He didn't do this. But he was fighting all y'all champions. Exactly. But after he beat him, then their career went south. And then I was like, but look, he beat him, but then he beat him. Then it's like
the timing.
it's timing and
That's the
everything.
shit
Yeah.
where it's like we look at it in two different ways from somebody who understands like how it is to take a loss, how it can affect you.
I think
They
when
don't
it's
think
not a
about
real
that.
fan, it don't even matter. Because with Canelo, it was he fought him too early. Then with Pacquiao, it's fought him too late. Like it
But
don't
yeah,
matter.
You can't fight him too late when you older than the person.
I'm just saying, it's just
I never understood that part.
He just
Like,
didn't fight. He just didn't fight him when they wanted him to
steroids?
fight him. So
Sorry.
it's like when he was killing everybody, he was taking people out, and then That's when we wanted you to fight him. He not doing that no more. We don't care no more.
Yeah.
But I fought
But
him
if you
and
don't
still
fight
won.
him, we care. You scared. But if you accept the fight, nah, we don't care no more.
Yeah,
fans, you never going to satisfy the fans.
It's
But
never satisfied, you know. Then
Well, when it comes to
And they
Hall of
black, too,
Fame and
so,
greatest of all time, I mean, the people who are supposed to be grading and scoring on that are
They should-
actual
they should have-
knowledgeable boxing enthusiast fans or whatever. So we're not talking about the casuals who sit on the couch who can't throw a jab. We talking about the folks who
And they
could be
go off
having
for
this
love.
conversation with us.
even
they
that's
go
hard,
off for
though, 'cause
love.
Even
But
those,
the way Floyd carries himself, people don't love him.
exactly, because I would say even
Because
like,
they be trying to say that Floyd ain't top 5. I'm like, how the
How
hell
he
is
not top
Floyd not a
5?
top 5
Yeah.
fighter?
that's
But you know why? Because Floyd don't carry himself with love. They
about
look
to
at him, all they want to say is he can never last in our era. He can never do this. Man, can you last in our era? Can you do that? They'll never say that. It's because of the love. They see Tank. James Toney was saying it. Yo, Floyd Tank could be in our era. He was shitting on everybody. He said this era is soft.
Yeah.
But Tank and Crawford, they could be with us.
100%.
Because the love.
Yeah.
love.
So I know for a fact Tank gonna get there off of the love. Just
But even
off
that's
rip.
But the
even
skill,
that's still
too.
Tough,
I'm
though.
sorry.
The skill is tough.
it
but
depends
even
on the opponent's thing.
some
That's-
some of
they
these
gonna
guys are
look at
downplaying
it.
Tank.
Okay.
though.
Yeah, of
Some
course.
of these guys are
Of course.
downplaying Tank, and it's kind of like, and we talking about the fight, some of these
Fighters.
retired fighters, bro,
Timothy
retired
Bradley.
fighters, boxing enthusiasts. You know what I'm saying? They're
Timothy
I feel like it's a little
Bradley hates
jealousy
Tank.
too.
There's
though.
100%.
It's a lot of jealousy
100%.
because honestly, they didn't make the money that he's making. The life wasn't what it was then. Like
it's not just the money, the love. They're not getting the love.
that's what I'm saying.
Tank
The
is
life,
getting,
yeah,
bro.
like the attention
love.
wasn't
Tank
the
is
same.
getting-
Like
Tank is getting love
getting
from
love.
Yeah.
everybody,
Timothy
and they
was
don't like it.
I want to see him get knocked.
Man, that
down.
was the dumbest shit ever. I don't want to talk about that. I was
Get
trying
up.
to. I was
I
trying to
wanna see
avoid that so
something.
bad. I was trying to avoid that.
I want to see if you a dog get knocked
That's
down
the
again.
dumbest shit ever. So you trying to
He's
tell me
still
Triple G? No.
salty.
So you trying to tell me Triple G's not a dog? You trying to tell me Canelo's not a dog? You trying to tell me Floyd's not a dog? Those guys never been knocked down. So what? You to be a dog, you have to be knocked down. We seen dogs get put down. What does that mean? We seen dogs get knocked down, get up, and still get beat up. What does that mean? You're not a dog,
I think people got their own view of greatness, and if you don't do what they think is great, you're not great.
man. He no. The only for him though is because he's been down. Right when he fought, he's been down, and it was a great fight when he fought Ruslan. It was a great fight. That's the only reason he's talking though, because he's been down. He got up and he won the fight. That's the only reason he's talking, because he's never been down. He would never say some dumbass shit like that.
yeah, so
No,
he's
it
saying
is
like
for,
do what
for
I
them.
did.
They wear it like yeah, I got that shield. Like you never did that.
Cool.
I don't wanna do that.
But
I
guess,
like
guess
being
what though?
on my
That took 20 years off your career though.
Yeah.
Okay then,
Yeah,
that don't mean
so.
shit. Like that dog. That people don't understand what a dog means, man. Tank is a dog.
They put too much on it too. Like,
Yeah,
so
like-
what if you're not a dog? Like, it don't matter.
But Tank is a dog. Though.
Exactly.
Tank's a dog.
Tank's a
a
dog. You
monster.
hit-
But it gets to the point where they're finding so much ways to discredit him that they got to say that. They can't
Exactly.
say he don't got no skills no more. They can't say this. They say he did this, he did that, he went to jail. It's
Nah,
like,
he
bro,
not
the
dog.
people you say that's the greatest that's on these top 10 lists, they did crazy shit.
I'm saying, but it's not. But yo,
And
you,
when was
but you saying shit like
guilty
he's
too.
not a dog. But you saying shit.
it wasn't just speculation. It wasn't like we never found out the truth. We know what these niggas did, but y'all love them.
There's no.
They
it's
just don't
true.
like Tank.
But it's weird though, because you can't when you start saying, he's not a dog because he's never been down. Then you downplaying a lot of fighters that we
lot of
call
fighters.
considered great that's never been down.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie,
Even the
if I
people
was
he
those,
like.
Well, that's
exactly,
why
if I
nobody
was
really
those
gonna
fights,
pay
I
that
would have
no
felt
mind.
disrespected.
That type of comment
You
because
said what?
it's stupid. I said that's why no one's really gonna pay what he said.
Yeah,
no
that
mind.
was dumb as shit. That was the
Stupid.
dumbest shit ever. Like that was a dumbass comment. You could tell there was hate in that. There was hate in that comment. That
Yeah,
was
a
not.
lot
That
of
was not
jealousy.
really, a lot of hate.
It's
and jealousy.
because Tank was like, wait, hold up, Timothy? This boy's ass. So he's still salty about that. So
yeah, he a little salty, but I mean,
Yeah.
you still gotta be a grown man at the day. Regardless of what people feel about you, you
A
can't.
lot of grown men are little boys.
Yeah, you're right, and you can't.
I'm sorry. It's Men's Mental Health Month. I hope all y'all are doing well. By the way,
just now.
I'm sorry. I hope
she's
all
throwing,
y'all
she's
are.
throwing a lot of shots.
No, I'm
man.
not.
That's
I
straight.
hope
You like
all
when you
y'all
feel
are
like that
doing
headache
well.
coming, you get a, felt when she said
Nah,
that, I
but
was
she-
like, damn.
I'm sorry. I
But she
hope
not
all
really-
of y'all are doing well.
She's not wrong. Though.
Stay
Like,
blessed.
bro. Some of these
Hugs
guys
and
are
blessings.
40 years old, bro, making dumbass comments like that.
So
Has
listen.
been in the ring.
Last topic, same thing we was talking about a little bit before. The Floyd hate continues.
Again,
Drop
like-
the video of him, Devin Haney, and Tank sparring. And we know it's him because it's on Fight Hype.
exactly.
Everybody
You already
know
you. Come on, son.
That's
Like,
Floyd shit.
and he's the only one that had the video, right?
Fight Hype. They a lot of people had
lot of
it,
people had
but
that
they just
video.
legally couldn't put it out. They need permission first to put it out. So
Yeah.
Fight Hype is the first person to put it out.
Floyd.
Yeah, so,
So, but even that though, that was the dumbest shit ever. Because now
Dumbest
you showing, all right, you showed the full spawn, right? Bro, all it showed was
I
is
like
that
Tank even more.
one, I like Tank even more,
Tank
right? I like Tank even more. I don't like Floyd.
Devin's a
Devin
bitch.
can't
Got
punch
no
for shit.
power.
That shit
'Cause I'm not
hurt
gonna
me
front,
though.
yo,
You know
let
what's
me-
crazy? Before you keep going with that, that shit hurt me, boy.
What?
Like Floyd is that guy, bro.
He
Everybody,
is,
like
he
all the
was.
top young dudes right now that's boxing or whatever, that's in
He's
their
the
late
role
20s.
model.
He's the role
and,
model.
and it's going down. It's like,
Yeah.
Like,
I,
well, why?
I can't
For-
keep looking at him the
But
same
it's like,
no
why is he
more.
doing that? Because don't get
He
me wrong.
hurt.
But heard about what, bro? Everybody loved the generation. This generation is because of Floyd. We
Yeah.
keep it, but this generation is because of Floyd, and that's not a bad thing. This is a great thing.
Yeah,
the way
but-
they're fighting,
The way they making more money.
making more money.
You don't
is
gotta
because
be a
of Floyd.
heavyweight to
you don't
get-
have exactly.
This
and you
is
don't have to
where-
have you don't have to have 4, 5, 6 different belts to be making millions. Like Floyd's the reason why these young dudes are doing what they're doing right now in terms of skill. You know what I mean? In terms of again investment money and all that, and he's doing shit that you would I don't know. It's weird.
I got
It's-
two things on that. Like, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I got 2 things on that. It's just that, like, what Tank said in his interview, he was like, it's better to beef with him than be cool with him because he would put you in a bad situation. And I think it's like with Tank, he's starting to see that, like, he's just like, Floyd is kind of a fake face, kind of. It's like, he's not really with you. And I feel like everybody's starting to catch on. Like, when, what's his name? The guy that Shakur beat up? Herring, whatever?
Jamar.
Yeah.
Herring.
He
He was
tweeted
like,
about
he was
it,
tweeting. He was like,
He's
man,
a-
he don't even hide it.
Yeah, he said he don't even hide the hate. Like,
Yeah,
Oh
hide it,
yeah,
like-
yeah, I see. Yeah.
He's like, it's like you want to be successful. You want to be successful, but it's like you don't want the next guy to be more successful than
Mhm.
you.
That's
It's
what
like-
The
exactly
crazy
is.
part is though, I've heard, like, I've never been in that circle, but I've known people that have been in that circle and have spoke about that. But in my mind, again, at that time, I used to be like, man, they're just saying that because Floyd's that guy. They're just saying
You
that.
didn't
But
wanna
not-
believe it.
Exactly, they didn't want to believe that.
I
Like,
still don't want to.
which is some people.
You can't
Everyone
deny
have
it
a
now.
different.
It's
Exactly,
so
it's
blatant.
visible,
man.
The
bro.
thing with Floyd, it's so simple. I mean, like I said, grown men who are really little boys. Floyd was okay as long as there was no one else. You need a hug after this?
I'm gonna call my dad. It's father.
Anyways, Floyd was okay as long as there was no one threatening his spot. And although there is no one threatening his spot, the fact that the speculation and the talk was even being put out there, Floyd has had a lot of fighters come up under him that he's helped. He's had on his promotion, all that. But none of them were Tank. Once Tank came into the picture and the power and all that, even I think it was like the second or third fight that Tank had under Floyd, and they were in the ring, and the interviewer was asking, like, do you think Tank is going to surpass you? It's like once those conversations start being put out there, because he's so insecure within himself. Yeah, he got all this money and all that, but he had to go home and probably was looking in the mirror like, is this little nigga really gonna surpass
Well,
me?
so
Like,
what if he does, bro? Your
he
time is
knows
up.
this is
This is
his
why-
this is his identity. What do you mean the time is up? As long as he alive, he want to be TBE in and out.
Bro,
He
you're
want to
always
be.
gonna be TBE.
This
though.
is why.
I'm telling you, it's
This-
a mental thing. If he don't feel that way, if he
That
looking
shit-
at Floyd, he looking at Tank and be like, he might really can, probably could, probably be that
and you
guy.
and guess what? And everybody's looking at if Flo was smart, it would just be like, and I'm the reason he's in that position.
It's not enough.
People will love Floyd even more for
It's
that.
not enough.
To even help
Not
Tank
enough for
become
him,
TV.
though.
Not enough for
His
him.
insecurities is
It's
too
not
deep.
That's
enough. It's not
crazy.
about I'm the one who did it. I'm the one who did it, and you still can't beat me today, tomorrow. If I was in that era,
That's crazy.
that's what he needs. And the fact that he looked in the mirror and realized this little nigga might actually be able to surpass me. Nah, I gotta get rid of him.
That's crazy. That's wild. Cause that shit is
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
they-
what it is.
Be honest with y'all, the streets already love Tank more than they ever love Floyd.
Yeah. So and he's
I mean,
helping it. But if y'all want to
Tank
say
ever
why
speaks
it's
too.
happening, that's
So
why.
But I'm saying,
that's
like,
how-
in terms of the culture, let
Yeah.
me say it better. The culture, the black people, like,
Nah, we don't.
inner city neighborhoods,
say what we
they
want.
love him
Yeah.
the way they love a Roy Jones, the way they love a
Yeah.
Mike Tyson. Because they know when
Absolutely.
we go watch him fight, it's entertainment.
Especially now that he learned how to talk. Oh my God, because before that was
I
irritating.
don't think he know how. It's not about learning. He got comfortable.
He's comfortable.
He
He's
got
comfortable,
comfortable. He's
Well,
not
whatever.
like-
Now that his speech is better, I love him even more. Because before it was just like, okay, fight and move. Like, you cut the camera.
I used to say same
But
shit.
now
I was
that
like, yo.
now that his speech and he's getting more comfortable, whatever, I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's there. But I don't know that
Getting
shit.
well rounded. I'm ready to
Because
see a
even
commercial.
watching that sparring, I just look at it like that was stupid. Because
But
That
it
was
just
dumb.
showed that
It made me
Devin
love
can't
AB
punch.
a little bit.
I
more,
thought
too,
I
I'm
was
not
about to
gonna
I
say,
was
lie.
about to say,
You know
let me hit. I'm not gonna front. Come on, son. Let me hit somebody clean like that.
I
bro.
would say, you know, this is
That was
hurting more than
crazy.
that. It's not even in this shit. This shit
Devin.
hurting
Devin
Haney.
more-
This
And the
motherfucker-
thing, yo, you saw Devin posting
And then
that
he
shit?
posted it.
He posted
though,
one.
which was
He's
dumb,
a child.
because
This
it's
is
like
he's what you call. I don't like saying this. You said it, not me. What you said about the men that's like what?
go ahead and say it.
No, I can't say that.
Identify.
No, you said something.
Say it.
You said what you said?
Come on.
I can't say
Say
it.
it together.
Say it with your chest, Morgan.
Grown men
And
who are
that-
still little boys.
She said it. Devin Haney,
Age is just a number.
he's seeking validation.
But bro,
Especially after Ryan, he need that. But this
He's
is
all-
making him look
but
worse.
that,
bro.
bro, all you,
He
that
went
shit
behind him
showed,
and said,
boom, and then all Tank did. Tank
he didn't
did.
even turn around and look at him. He
He
turned
did
around and looked
sound
at him.
He had to sound-
But yo, that's and Tank. What Tank do? Tank looked at him like
He did it twice. It's another part where I think Tank was tired, so he was hanging on the ropes, and
Yeah.
Floyd told him to hit him, and he threw like 2 body shots, and Tank turned around slow, like, oh, man, I'm tired, bro. Like, I'm tired. Like, just stop. I would never let him
I'm
go.
mad that his dad jumped in the ring though. Like,
Man.
why are you jumping
But he
in
jumped
now?
in and backed up. He jumped in and was
Back-
like, you know what he said? He was
got
like,
scared.
because I guess Tank was talking to him in the ring. He was like, they ain't stopped making gangsters when they made you. What you saying that for?
I don't know.
You feel like
I
he's
was
a gangster?
confused to why
Like,
he even jumped in the ring. You didn't jump in when your son snuck him. So why are you coming?
It was
in
kind of
now?
weird too. Even like AB, I feel like AB was the only one that actually cared for Devin. Even though AB probably was, I don't know what that situation was, but I know AB fuck with Tank more.
Yeah.
But don't get me.
Still
I keep it
jumped in for
I keep it a buck.
That
I-
whole video was
no,
counterproductive
I keep it a buck.
for everybody.
I keep it 100
For everybody.
Say Tion was Tank, right? And somebody else was Devin, and Tion fucking that nigga up. I ain't jumping in. I watch that shit like, yo, kill him. Him.
Nah, but if it, no.
But
If it was one of the teenagers or something like that.
Yeah, 'cause he was
like, yo,
young.
you would be like, nigga, what's good with you, nigga?
I just, I ain't stopping.
He'd
'Cause
ask
it
you
depends.
afterwards.
That's what I'm saying though. No,
He'd
I would
ask you
probably, I would ask
afterwards.
because you gotta remember
You
too.
good,
Though,
bro? What
there's a
happened?
reason why they spar like that.
Yeah.
So if you talking shit, you talking hot shit like you a grown man. Yo, handle that. I'm not jumping in. Yeah, you talking that hot shit, and then afterwards I'm like, that shit was good, wasn't it? Yeah, I bet.
He saw him
But
get
therapy.
slumped. That's why. That's why he jumped in. He saw him get.
He said,
So-
yeah. Tank
Yeah, that's
started
what I'm
holding
saying,
on
but
him.
that just show
So
you.
why
bro,
his daddy ain't
That's what I'm
jumping
saying.
in?
So why?
He didn't want to get caught astray, nigga.
If that was my son, I'm jumping
That's
in.
my son. I'm
No,
grabbing.
Yeah, but he
My
don't fight,
boy.
bro. You jumping at the wrong time, and you get hit, arm back up like, nah, that shit, nigga swinging, bro. They're not scared to run in there.
Yeah,
not
that's
scared to
true.
run in
But
there. It's
even, you know, like I said, bro,
'Cause I ain't run there. Certain people sparring. I ain't running in there. I'm small. I run in there, break up a fight, and get hit, and I'm on the floor, and they still sparring. They like, oh shit.
pull him out.
Jumping there. But it's just
Nah, bro. I mean, honestly speaking, watching that, I respect Brona a lot more because Brona a real dude.
That's why I said that video was counterproductive because
Like-
people be trying to shit on Brona. That video showed a lot of
Brona
character in
real
Brona.
dude.
People try to shit on Tank. Well, he put it out there to try to shit on Tank and make it look like Tank wasn't shit. We love Tank even more.
Man.
You try to put it out there showing Devin skill. Devin can't crack a egg.
bro.
Devin can't knock someone out who not even defending himself, paying attention. The nigga could have been reading a magazine. Devin still like he the type to run up on you at a bus stop and you just be like, what the fuck? Like, all right, square up.
And
Like,
I'm just honestly speaking though, it shows that just watching that whole thing, it showed that who was telling the truth and who was lying.
yeah.
And it
So
showed
now
that
it
Devin
makes-
was
it
lying. It
makes
showed that AB was
Tank-
telling the truth.
it makes Tank more
And
credible with
then-
everything else too.
Man, Bill said that when AB jumped in, he jumped in too and stopped AB. Like, bro, we
No, you
watched that.
didn't.
You was not nowhere in that. It was
He
all.
older though. He probably forgot. I'm trying to look out for the men. It's Father's Day,
You
man.
such
Y'all
a
over here,
devil's
it's Father's
advocate,
Day.
Yeah, he is a devil.
It's men's,
Yeah,
what
he
is it?
love
Men's
him.
mental health month.
Mental health month starts with honesty.
Yes, and I'm honest that
You lie.
He old ass
Johanny is
nigga.
older,
He is
and he
older.
could have forgot. Like I
Nah,
jumped. I just didn't remember when I jumped in.
First
He did
off,
jump
they
in.
all
He did
had
jump,
that
no.
footage.
He did jump, no,
He
he
know they have watched that footage. They've reviewed that footage. That nigga know
Listen,
he
he's
ain't
too busy
jumping.
being a great father and raising his son to go back and watch the
He not a
sparring,
good daddy, though.
Listen, I met him in person. He's actually a very respectful guy. He doesn't act how he acts on camera. That's the only problem I have with him. He's super nice. Like shook my hand 3 times. I'm like, all right, bro.
That don't mean he's a good daddy.
He
he
is
was respectful like that.
super nice.
So
Like,
that doesn't mean he's a good daddy.
but I ain't gonna front. Look
Like,
like I think Devin.
mean?
I think
He put-
Devin be yelling at him though. He be,
What do you mean? What?
What? Why you
I
say
ain't-
that?
That's off. We could talk about it off the podcast.
Oh man, that's exclusive
That's
right there.
exclusive.
You gotta pay for that.
That's Patreon.
Nah, honestly speaking, no, they can say what they want. Bill, I give all respect to Bill. The fact that he was able to, you know, take his time, build Devin up the way, even regardless of what we think about Devin now, Devin is making money. And there's a lot of people, a lot of fathers, there's a lot of uncles, all that type of shit that has not ever put their sons in those type of positions that Bill has put Devin in. You know what I'm saying?
It helps
He-
him too, though.
What? It don't matter though. There's a lot of
Self-made.
fathers that could done it and haven't done it.
Father's Day.
It don't matter. He has done it.
Talk.
It don't matter what helped him. He also have done it.
Talk
Good
to him.
opportunity.
Happy
Cool,
Father's Day.
but
Keep
it also,
going.
but this is also again that means you have to build your son up from the age of a certain age. Spend your money. Spend this. Spend. At the end of the day, every kid's an investment. Regardless of what we think.
Joe Jackson did the same thing.
That's
and
cool,
was
but
beating
every
the shit out
kid,
of his
every
kids.
kid, that's cool. But
That
every
don't make
kid,
him a good daddy.
every kid's in the. I'm pretty sure Bill was not beating the shit out of Devin.
How do you know? No.
I could tell. Trust me. If he was, there
I'm
was
saying now that I
there
feel
was
like
certain
the
shit.
guidance
There was
now.
certain shit.
No,
Joe
I'm
Jackson
saying the
had that
guidance
belt
now,
ready.
I don't feel
He
like
was sitting there looking at the
he's
studio
guiding
booth
him
like
properly
this.
now.
but that don't make him a bad dad. He probably just
Papa that shit.
just because he's
No,
not.
I'm not gonna call him a bad
That's what I'm
daddy,
saying.
okay.
Just because he's not perfect at what he do, at being a father, there's no
Why are
perfect
you
father.
backing up like this? What
Oh,
happened?
you brought up Joe Jackson, and I'm imagining Jackson 5 singing, and he outside the booth with the belt popping. And they like, oh, shit, Daddy, don't mess up Daddy out there.
This is featureless, bro. I'm trying to have a serious moment. He's out here laughing, bro.
Nah, Joe Jackson, happy Father's Day, man. Joe Jackson is crazy.
No, but, yo, all jokes aside though, he's not a bad he no bad father. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of
Just talk
what you
too much.
feel his guidance is, and at the end of the day, you're not a dad, you're a mother, so you can't say what a man or how a man should raise his son. At the end of the day, he raised his son the best he felt he could, and at the end of the day, Devin's successful. He ain't no drug dealer, he ain't on crack, he ain't no
We
regular.
sell weed on Instagram now, but
It don't matter.
I'm sorry.
Weed is legal, bro. Yo, I can't. You see what I'm talking about? You see what?
All right, so we gonna wrap it up. They do. We
Before
gonna
we wrap it
it
up, can I
Damn,
just
I thought
ask
you was
one
hungry.
question since I kind of got the agreements? When y'all was talking about front runners and all that, and the definition y'all gave, so then can we agree on this that Alicia Baumgartner is not a front runner fighter?
No, she's not. She just has a bad style for women's boxing. We gotta wrap it up.
Oh,
Future Legends
okay.
Podcast episode. We
I
out.
tried.